Hi everyone, today we are on day 44th of the 100-day Heal Your Inner Child. And actually, I just realized that in all our videos till now, I haven't really introduced myself. And let me start that from today. So, I am Anisha Dutt, and I'm a healer and a life coach. And I have been practicing for the last 11 years now, and I have clients all over the world. I started off in Delhi, and now I cater to Delhi, India, and now I have clients from all over the world. I mostly do all my sessions online on Zoom, and I love to connect with people. I love to see beautiful transformations in people, and mostly I have been doing distance healing for I think for over a for mo- for I think 10 years, a decade, right? Mostly, right? And it's just the last couple of years that I've actually delved deep into one-on-one work. And now I do a combination of distance healing along with coaching, and I feel like that's a very beautiful, powerful combination. So yeah, that's who I am. And today I'm gonna talk about boundary setting, and there'll be a role play, okay? And I actually have my dolls here that I use during my family constellation sessions, or generally, whenever I'm doing some sort of systemic work, I use these dolls, and I also use them for healing as well, right? So I'm going to kind of show you how we can do a dialogue setting between the two today. And what I love, over the years, I've learned so many modalities. What I love is to bring in those modalities, like, every time intuitively as I feel, just so that it brings up a different huge difference in the lives of people, right, who want a particular change in their life, right? So today we're going to talk about, like I said, boundary setting role play. Now we've talked about the physical boundary, we've talked about emotional boundary. However, what does it really mean to be respectful and also have that boundary in our life, right? Like, what does it truly mean? That's what we're going to kind of focus on today, okay? Like, valuing myself enough to choose what feels right for me. You see? Because what happens is we have a connotation of valuing ourselves means we are ignoring others, or valuing ourselves means we are selfish. And that's not true, right? So today I want to practice with all of you setting boundaries through, of course, one is through gentle role play, but what's happening with our inner child is that we are reparenting that part of us that feared upsetting others. So we are kind of disconnecting that belief for our inner child that when we draw boundaries is equal to upsetting others. We are disconnecting the inner child from that belief. Okay. So in the end, we will do some journaling, but let's start with the role play. Okay. So find a quiet space, okay, where you can speak out loud. Okay. Like I have these dolls, you can get these, I think, from Amazon, but you can also do it with, pencils, or you can also do it with, anything you have, right? Like pens, just pick two pens and do it, right? Be creative, I would say, because you're working with the inner child here. So I would say be creative, get whatever you can, like, get your toolkit out, your creative toolkit out, and, use whatever you can, because the more creative we get, the more we connect with our inner child, and the easier, the faster healing happens then, right? So now we'll practice three, boundary setting dialogues, okay? So for instance, if this is you, okay, if this is you, the green one, I'm going to keep bringing in different aspects, okay, that you can discuss having the conversation with, right? So now this is you, and you're talking to this pink person. You are the green one, right? So imagine this is your friend, okay? Now the friend says, "Can you help me again, even though you're tired?" So what do you say? "I care about you, but I need to rest tonight. Let's plan another time." You see what happened there? That's how you set a boundary. The second would be the second would be your family member, suppose. Okay. Now this is your family member. Now your family member tells you you have changed. You have changed. So what do you say? Yes, I'm learning to honor myself more. And that's a good thing. I'm learning to honor myself more, and that's a good thing. You see? So these are just examples, okay? Please use your discretion when you're actually talking to people. But these are examples that you must learn from, right? That these are something that you can tell your friends, your parents, your family members, right? Because prioritizing yourself is important for you to show your inner child what it truly means to have a boundary, right? And now, this is the most beautiful thing. This is your inner child. Okay. This is your inner child. Okay. So, your inner child asks you, will they still love me if I say no? Will they still love me if I say no? What do you say? Yes, because now I love you enough for both of us. Because now I love you enough for both of us. Isn't that beautiful? So I want you to repeat these statements, right? Slowly allowing your body to feel that strength and calmness of self-respect. Yeah. You can even, you remember in the beginning, we did a few sessions, a few recordings around having an altar. So, you can have an altar where you are there, your adult version, and where your inner child is also there. You can have, you can put some ribbon around, kind of to show that your hearts are together, you're beating together, right? Or you're holding your inner child, in your arms. Or you can even get dolls that have those arms that can actually hug, and that will also be beautiful because what's happening is when you're doing it, when you do it pictorially, or in like well, this is not a picture, but like in the 3D, you're actually giving a message to your subconscious that this is happening, the healing is happening, and it's that important and it's that powerful. Yeah. So do this, and now what you can do is place your right hand on your heart and your left on your solar plexus, which is like 2 inches above your navel. Okay. That's your center of power, right? And then breathe in and affirm it's safe to have needs. It's safe to have needs. It's safe to say no. It's safe to say no. My energy deserves protection. My energy deserves protection. Now let this mantra become a steady hum in your body, teaching your inner child that boundaries don't break love, they build trust. Yeah. And then an affirmation for today can be that each time I honor my limits, I teach the world how to love me better. Each time I honor my limits, I teach the world how to love me better. Yeah. And now the three journal prompts for today could be when I think of setting a boundary, what emotions come up, right? Guilt, fear, relief, pride, because then that's how your inner child is feeling. So you need to kind of reparent your inner child to feel safe. Yeah. The second would be with whom do I most struggle to set boundaries and why? Write it down. There'll be that one particular person, maybe your mom, maybe your boss, maybe your friend, right? Write it down and see where it's coming from. Journal on it. Yeah. What is that one situation where my inner child still says yes to feel safe? So this shows that there is still some work that needs to be done. Yeah. And what would it feel like to say or to set a loving, firm no there? So I'll give you an example. For example, if I have an aunt and that I really love, but I also feel like if I don't go to dinners on Fridays, every Friday, she'll stop talking to me. So this means I have a boundary issue there. So what would it feel like for me to say a loving, firm no there, right? Where I've always been saying yes because I just can't risk losing her. But it's actually not losing her because when we work on our own selves and we set up those boundaries, we actually um, honor the relationship more and we make the relationship even stronger, right? That's all for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this role play today, and I hope you create a more creative version of your own, choice and your own liking, and you enjoy the process even more. Yeah. So signing off. See you tomorrow. Signing off, Anisha. That's from Zarya.